Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good evening. Yes, I've got home. Just unfortunately traffic on the M11 completely stalled us, but we're here and we're here for it. Oh, Arsenal 5, Chelsea nil. We battered them. We bashed them. We destroyed them. We slapped them up. We showed them what a bunch of clowns they are. Let's start with them, because there's a lot I want to talk about when it comes to Arsenal tonight. But my goodness, do I want to talk about Chelsea first? Let's talk Chelsea. Proper Chelsea. Proper 12th, as I call them, yeah? Because that's where they are. That's where they deserve to be. Don't put them in that top half of the table. It's a disgrace to teams like Wolves. It's a disgrace to teams like West Ham. It's a disgrace to teams like Brighton, because they're better than them. They're miles better than them. This is a team of absolute wastemen. This is a case study of how not to run a football club. Because let me tell you, it is beautiful to see, and I'm here for it. But my God, how bad are they? Now, let's not all blame it on the Chelsea, as they like to call themselves, because Arsenal were devastatingly good tonight. But let's start with Chelsea Football Club. They have got an owner who is an absolute clown, who has no idea how to run a football club. There is a board and a structure that has absolutely no experience of running a football club on it. And boy, does it show on the pitch. Now let's come down to the manager. I always believed this manager was a little bit overhyped, but I couldn't really sit there and say that he was an absolute shambles, because he got a Spurs side to Champions League in a title race and kept them competing in and around top four, which is something Tottenham haven't done for a while. But I always believed he was a little bit overhyped, and he's been an absolute shambles at Chelsea. He has been no better than Graham Potter or Frank Lampard, and that is poor in itself. But look at some of these players. Now, you can sit there and blame the manager if you want for some of the way that he's setting them up, the system. I don't think he's improved any of them. I was told this manager is good with young players. Shocking. Absolutely terrible. Name me some young players that Pochettino has improved. Name me some players that are in their late 20s now that look back at their career and say, thank you, Pochettino. I made it because of you. Reel them off, because there's loads apparently, because this guy's brilliant with young players. So reel them off, please. I'm here for it. Harry Kane, Dele Alli. Look at the state of him now. We're done. There's no more. Because Kyle Walker was Pep. Yeah, let's have it right. And I'm struggling to think of any of those Tottenham lads that were young that will look back now and go, thank you, Poch, you made my career. Load of rubbish. Load of absolute nonsense for me. So this guy is not actually great when it comes to young players. It was all an absolute myth. And for me, extremely overrated. Extremely overrated. So that's the manager. But let's not just sit there and leave it with the manager's no good, because neither are some of these players. Enzo Fernandez tonight was just smashing balls over the top, hoping that one of their pacey forwards will get onto it. He got subbed because he was terrible. Caicedo got dominated tonight in midfield. Both of those players cost over £100 million. Our midfield maestro cost over £100 million, and fuck me, you can see why. Beast of a player. Destroyed him. Dominated. Never stopped running, never stopped working, driving midfield. Doesn't matter whether he's 6 or 8 or both. And look at the state of Caicedo and Enzo, getting bullied in midfield, getting left for dead. Terrible. Over £200 million spent, and Gallagher looks better than the pair of them. How does that even make sense? Shocking. Awful. Cucurella tonight. Ben White, shithousery. Saka, fair play. I don't know if he was outstanding tonight, but at the same time, he was taking it round him. Wasn't the Cucurella that everyone was expecting to be this rock at the back that Chelsea were hoping he'd be. Badiashile. Oh my God, that's got to be one of the worst games I've seen a Chelsea defender have. Absolutely shocking. Shocking from Badiashile. So bad. So bad. Disasi, or disaster, as I call him. Awful. Not good enough. Goalkeeper, pretty poor for the first goal. not great all night. And Nicholas Jackson. Don, I've been telling you, bro, this guy is awful. Take a look at that miss again. He's just got to slot it past the goalkeeper and he's hit the side netting somehow. He is absolutely awful. So anybody that tells me that Chelsea are going the right direction with a Jackson up front, when I've been used to a Zola or a Drogba or a Diego Costa, that's where Chelsea are now. They've fallen. Mudryk, what is he? I sat there tonight, I watched him and I thought, is that Mudryk or is it Zach from Saved by the Bell? Like, real talk, the guy is absolutely hopeless, useless. I couldn't see anything that he's got about his game. And Don told me that he's got more about his game than Martinelli. Well, I looked at it tonight, awful. Sterling, come on. What's happened to him? What has happened to him? He was a player that I could actually get behind over the last few years and say, do you know what? He ain't my type, but do you know what? Look at the trophies. Look at what he's won. Awful. Absolutely terrible. The only one who can kind of put their head up high, at least to say that they were trying, was Madueke. Madueke is probably the only player that I looked at that looked a little bit of a threat tonight. So, enough about Chelsea. They're a dusted club. They're a finished club. They're done. They're out of here. No one's scared of them. No one fears Chelsea Football Club. Enough about them. Next season, try and secure a top half finish, and they should be happy with that because they are an absolute shambles. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about our boys. Because do you know what? I was well impressed. In the first half, I felt like we wanted to try and kill that game out, but we couldn't. But do you know what? We were the better side. We dominated from the first 10, 15 minutes. It was all Arsenal. Then they got a little bit of a hold of the game. They started to play it round quite nicely. And I was quite surprised as it goes to how they started to kind of react to what was pure domination. And I just felt like that second goal needed to come. Now, the first goal, I have to say, big up to Trossard because Trossard's got the nod ahead of Martinelli. The team lineup tonight really excited me. Havertz was back up top. Thank God. Partey started in the middle. Thank God. We saw Tomiyasu back at left back. Thank God. That for me was probably our best 11, other than Martinelli or Trossard, who could be a flip of a switch at the moment. But let's be real. Yeah, let's be real. The reason Martinelli isn't getting in the team right now isn't just because his confidence is low and he's not been of the best of form. Trossard has been playing well, man. You know, he's behind Saka in the terms of the goals scored and goals assists. I do think as well, he's playing really well right now. So fair play to Trossard. Everyone saw him as a bit of an impact sub, and that was me included. But he can do that. But also when he's starting, he's scoring goals. Whether it be in the Champions League against Porto, whether it be Brighton when he comes on, whether it be Wolves when he starts, Chelsea when he starts. The guy's absolutely killing it. And fair play to him this season. He's got the GA. He's behind Saka and Saka only. So that means that he's ahead of everybody else and he doesn't start every game. So respect to Trossard, man. Respect to him. Then we go into what I can only describe as pure domination in the second half. And I have to say, it's because of that trio. Start Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard at every opportunity that you can because the three of them complement each other. Declan Rice was phenomenal tonight. The work rate was there, the passion, the drive, the desire, the leadership, the barking of orders, driving through that midfield, interceptions, getting stuck in, winning all of his headers, winning all of his duels. Phenomenal performance. But that performance doesn't happen without both of the performances of Odegaard and Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey was back tonight with a bang. Thomas Partey was there, man. Thomas Partey was there in everybody's face. He was going into every single tackle, winning every single ball. And I was so impressed. And it was like having Thomas Partey back in a way that you thought was, whoa, a new signing's here. Finally, we've got our guy back. That was the Thomas Partey we saw and loved last season. And people say get rid of him. I've said before he's like a Rolls Royce that you keep in the garage that sometimes you go and take for a blast at the weekend. Well, that was a hell of a blast tonight, yeah? I want to see this consistently from him, and I'm not sure we're going to get that. But all I ask now is we've got 4 games left, and I want this guy to stay fit and show what he's about for these next 4 games because he will complement Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard like he did last season with Xhaka and Odegaard. And now let's talk about the latter. the maestro in midfield, wizard, Martin Odegaard. For me, probably one of the man of the match, if not the man of the match. The way that he just is the puppet master, the way he pulls the strings, the way he leads from the press, the way that he delivers, the way that he leads by example, the leadership, the captaincy, everything about this guy I really like. But you know what? Today was an absolute joy to watch. Beautiful. The way he spins on that ball, the way he delivers, the way he drives forward, the way he sees a pass, the way he has the creativity to drive us forward. Yeah, this guy, man, absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. A lot of people are saying, "What are you going late? What are you going live for now, mate? What's the point of going to bed? I've just got in. I can't sleep. I'm still buzzing. Yeah, I'm buzzing for this. This is what I want. This is what I need. Arsenal delivering and smashing teams up like Chelsea. Oh, we didn't have Palmer. We didn't have Gusto. Okay, you Palmer FC. Is that what you are? Palmer FC, you Chelsea fans. All you Chelsea fans sticking up for this, you're a disgrace. You think that's the right way to be supporting your club? You should be protesting to get that ownership out. It's a disgrace what Chelsea are doing. This ain't Chelsea. This ain't proper Chelsea, as people like to call it. Yeah? If you think it is, trust me, you're miles off. Absolutely miles off. So, our midfield, the trio was unreal. Unreal. Saka and Trossard we mentioned. Now let's come to Kai. Kai Havertz up top. Fair play. Fair play. And do you know what? He's lost me 50 quid this season because Tom Canton and I had a little friendly bet, charity bet, that when they signed James Maddison up the road, I was peeved. And I thought that he'd get more GA than Kai Havertz. Now, it didn't help that he got injured for 6 months. But at the same time, Kai Havertz has delivered, man. And Kai Havertz is going to win us, is going to win Tom that bet and lose me that £50 bet to charity. But you know what? I'm so happy. I'm so pleased. Because for me, Kai Havertz tonight showed what he's about up top. And he had the mentality and he had the composure to put the ball in the back of the net twice to earn a brace. He dumped on Chelsea. He delivered. And you know what? I can celebrate it as well. That's what I loved about it the most. Yeah, the second one, he was like, look, I'm here. It's cool. I've got my brace. But the first one, boom, I'm celebrating. I don't care about them. Yeah? Everyone laughing at him. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scored again. Do you know what? 2 goals against Chelsea. Listen, I honestly can't believe why I am seeing Kai Havertz in midfield the last couple of games. But he's proven at least that he's learned from his mistake and he's put him back up top and he's delivered. Please don't drop him back into midfield, Mikel Arteta. Please don't. Because right now, I think he's better than Jesus up top in the 9. I do. I think he brings us something different. I never thought it would work. I didn't see it working. I wasn't a massive fan of him. I still need to see more. I need to see consistency and I need him to deliver. But that's what he did tonight. So let's give him his props. Let's give him his praise. Because everything that I needed to see was there tonight, man. Big time from Kai Havertz. So big up to him. Now let's come to who I think probably is my man of the match. Benjamin White. You, sir, have been phenomenal. Since the year 2024 and the trip from Dubai, I would argue that alongside Martin Odegaard, he has been our best and most consistent player. I've seen overlapping. I'm seeing unbelievable defending. I'm seeing shithousery against players like Cucurella. I'm seeing performances where he's not just getting in positions to shoot and score, but actually he's looking extremely creative and one of the threats all of a sudden. That right-hand side is absolutely flying. And I'm a big fan of him. I must say it. I think defensively he gets nowhere near the credit deserved that Saliba and Gabriel get. But you know what? He's a massive part of that department in defence. And he's proving why he can be one of the most pivotal players. He's been inverting at times. He's been flying down the right at times. He's been up and down. He's been overlapping. He's been 1-2ing with Saka. He's been integrating with the players such as Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice. This player has been phenomenal. And there's nobody in the league that is an all-round better right back than Ben White. And let me tell you why. You can mention Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, Pedro Porro, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who else is there? Reece James when fit. Who else have we got? There must be more that I've missed. Yeah, that'll do for now. They're all great right backs. All of them are. But you know what? None of them are as good at defending and attacking as Ben White. And it's mad that Gareth Southgate isn't going to pick him because he is our best right back in terms of defending. I honestly believe we have got one of the best right backs in the league. And he is proving time and time again why Arsenal fans love him. And I absolutely love the fact that he's happy to go one-on-one against anybody in a tunnel, on the pitch, off the pitch. He will square up to you and he fears nobody. That's what I want in my team, man. Mentality. That's what I want. Big up yourself, Benjamin White. For me, man of the match, Ben White. That's what my man of the match was. I know Erdegaard got it, and I know Rice and Partey deserved the mention. Kai Havertz scored 2 goals. But you know what? Ben White, clean sheet, scored 2 goals. And for me, everything I needed to see from him, I saw and he delivered. Big, big fan. David Raya. Still not sure that David Raya is the guy that Arsenal are going to be winning titles and Premier Leagues with. I hope I'm wrong. But you know what he's done tonight? He's got the Golden Glove now. Cannot be beaten. There's only 4 games left. That means the person on 10, who I believe is it Addison or Edison? Maybe I've got that wrong. Can only get to 14. David Raya's now got 15. So the Golden Glove belongs to David Raya. Arsenal had the most clean sheets. Arsenal have scored the most goals. Arsenal have got the best goal difference. That must mean that we've got a good season and we're going to be going all out for this Premier League. But unfortunately, it does not mean that because we're still relying on Manchester City to drop points to Brighton, Forest, Fulham, West Ham, or one of the other games. Oh, yeah, it's Tottenham. They've got to. They've got to somewhere along the line. And we've got to now go on this run of 4 games and we need 4 wins. Chelsea's done and dusted. Let's forget about them. Yeah. And let's forget about it quickly because they're a shambles. Why think about them? They're absolutely in the mud. They're a mess. We can think about it as long as we want to laugh at them, but let's not ever worry about them again because they were absolutely shambolic. I'm sorry. Absolutely shambolic. So that's that. Right? Tottenham. Same team, please, Mikel. Same team. Don't even think about dropping any of them because it was perfect. It was perfect. And against Ange Ball's whole high line, I think we can get in behind them. I think we can. They don't really have control of their midfield at the moment, Spurs. But defensively, I know they've conceded goals, but they can be a problem. They've got good individuals. But a doggy being out for the season is going to be a big blow for them. Ben Davies will probably play at left back. Not sure about him. In midfield, they're not really keen on Bissouma at the moment. They're not really keen on what Bentancur's been doing when he's come back. And James Maddison hasn't been able to get on the ball and create for a while now. And up top, let's be real, they've got Werner, they've got Richarlison, they've got Brennan Johnson. Really, there's only Kulusevski on a good day and Son, of course, who is their main threat that you'd worry about. So other than Maddison and Son going forward, they haven't had much this season, Spurs. Defensively, I think Van der Ven and Romero have been a good partnership. But other than that, let's be real, the team's been able to get them and score a lot of goals. And Vicario, just put crosses in the box, man, and attack him because you can get at him. I need a win at Tottenham. I don't care how we get it. I don't care if it's 1-0, 3-2, 4-3, 5-4. I don't care what the score is. Win. Win the game. Because we win this game, that gives the confidence of Bournemouth at home. We win that game, and let's be real, Bournemouth are on the beach. We go into Old Trafford. We win that game, and let's hope they roll over for us because they do not want Liverpool City to win it. And then we can have a chance to go and win the league at the Emirates against Everton, like we did in 98, like we did in 2002, having prayed and hoped that Manchester City lose their game. Or we go into the game hoping that West Ham can do some madness somehow and just shithouse a David Moyes draw to say, do you know what? I bow out if he is leaving West Ham to say I've done all I can and I've got a point out of it and Arsenal are champions. We just need to pray now. That's all we're hoping for. I think Manchester City will win the league. But all we can do is try to win our games. And we got the performance tonight. We got the win on Saturday against Wolves. 2 different performances. One I enjoyed a lot more than the other. But you know what? It's not about performances. It's about winning. Tonight was an unbelievable one. Yeah, unbelievable win. Really impressed. But Sunday's massive. They would love nothing more than to prevent us from winning that league. Jay says it's a full-on war. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Afsar says Spurs will try to stop us 100%. Yes, you're right. I'm in a situation where I go into that game feeling nervous because of how big it is. It's a North London derby where form goes out the window. It's a team that want nothing more than to beat us. But you know what? We should have the mentality for it. We're the ones playing for something. They're playing to try and get in the Champions League qualification, yeah, which they're pretty much going to do anyway. We're the ones that will be actually meaning it something more. We're the ones going for an actual trophy, an actual title. So we should be the ones wanting it more. We've got no excuses. We've got no injuries. That team, Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, those 5 start. Partey, Erdegaard, Rice, those 3 in midfield, they dominate. They start. And then you go Saka, Havertz, Martinelli, or Saka, Havertz, Trossard, whichever way you want to go. That's what the team should be. 100%. I liked bringing Jesus and Martinelli on tonight. I liked the fact that Jorginho got a run. I liked the fact Vieira finally got some minutes. These are all good things for me. Zinchenko came on. Good substitutions. And there's perfect substitutions when you're comfortably winning the game. It was a perfect night for Arsenal. And what we need is a perfect night Sunday. Big ups to all of you. It's late, so I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you do me a favor, though, please. Please, please, please. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We are so close to 18k people. It is scary. I can't believe we're not there already. Once you hit like and subscribe, it is 2 things that are free, and you will see our channel grow. And I would love you guys to be a part of that community. So please make sure that you do that. Click the pinned comment now. It will take you straight through to Surfshark VPN. Make sure that you've signed up to that, please, people. All you've got to do is click the link. It's in the pinned comments or in the description. You click the link, it takes you straight there, and you can sign up for VPN there. So make sure that you got yourself the Surfshark VPN, which all of us have got now. But there's some of you that haven't got it yet. So please make sure that you click on that in the pinned comments. And listen, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you later, people. We're out.